Gah. Yo, what is up, YouTube? Want to take a moment to talk about, I guess you could say VTuber loneliness. It's an interesting thing that I've been seeing kind of like, trend lately, or not trend, but like, pop up lately on my timeline. So I thought, figured talking about this because I seen like what LEVT talked about it. I think she goes through it pretty well. I'll probably link the tweet below. Um, Here, if Feifei says something, honestly, being a content creator and trying to make friends is the hardest fucking thing ever. Blech. My voice, sorry. One moment someone treats you like they're their best friend, the next moment they ghost you for like 6 months because they found someone bigger to make their best friend. I'm so sick of it. And yeah, these are a lot of like grievances and like I guess you say a lot of like emotions people feel about this shit. So I guess I'll talk about myself, I guess, in this like how I feel sometimes. So my experience of getting to that those feelings of like loneliness that we sometimes feel, right? So start off, starting out like what 2 years ago as like a VTuber, I was kind of eager to like make friends, right? I've had some awkward interactions, some cringe DMs, right? I feel like maybe I'm being too overly friendly. I'm pushing it too much, right? All these weird feelings of like trying to like force a friendship. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing. At the same time, it's like maybe I am just doing a proper interaction. I don't know. It gets weird, right? You can never tell really. But I've always contacted people who I figured I would like want to talk to or hang out with, never for the numbers. And let me just say, for those who are thinking that the numbers or like talking to like bigger VTubers are going to get you the growth, has not happened to me. Just going to let you know straight up. I've talked to some bigger names, and let me tell you, in my 2 years of streaming, I am guess where I'm at. One viewer average, 286 followers on Twitch, and Discord that's barely active. I'm not even at 400 followers on any site I'm on. Just letting you know, that's never going to get you the numbers. You know what it is? It's going to be your content. Focus on your content if you're trying to become successful, okay? Just going to let you know right now. Just meeting bigger people, it's not going to lead you to success, all right? Just letting you know that straight the fuck up. All right. Continue on. I've made a lot of acquaintances and some friends. And I'm going to make that word very strong. I consider that word very strong, friends. Because to me, what's a friend? Someone who I think would check up on me if I ever went through something, rather than immediately demonize me, you know? Someone I could trust talking to on a personal level without worrying about whether they hate me behind my back or just trying to use me, right? All these things, like these are like some things I consider like for like a strong friendship, right? And that's a rare connection you could get. It's a very rare connection you could get. Those don't happen overnight. They don't. Just letting you know, okay? And yeah. And here's the thing. How often do I get asked for things like the hangout, all this shit, right? How often do I get asked to hang out? How often do I get DM'd? Going to let you know straight up. Very rarely. Very rarely. And here's the thing. Don't immediately jump to conclusions like, this is me like being in the Sag mode or whatever, right? This is me just like reflecting on like what's happening or like it feels like I'm lonely, but at the same time, I don't think I really am. You know, it just feels that way. But shit, where am I going? My mind. But anyways, I don't really get asked much, right? I don't really get DMs too much either. If anything, I reach out more often than or not really reach. I don't know how I would consider it. I send funny shit to people, all right? I like to send shit to people and just let them react, okay? And that's pretty much how I talk to people in DMs. But other than that, I don't really get reached out for a lot of things. Not too much, not often, not really. Except like on this one thing, I'm like potentially being entering like a Marvel Rivals tournament. You know, other than that, it's not too active in my DMs. Just letting you know. But these are all the things I consider when my DMs are inactive. Is that a lot happens behind the scenes with others. Okay, you gotta remember that. Whereas personal life, making content, growing and interacting with other communities, you know, there's a lot of shit they're dealing with. Okay, like if you're trying to make friends with like a content creator who's like very active with their content, chances are, hey, they're probably too busy to do DMs. You know, but you know, maybe it is sometimes just like you're not close enough or regarded as such to where you feel that you're going to be reached out to, right? Sometimes it's as simple as that, you know? So, like, I guess my perspective on this is like, friendships move pretty fast online sometimes, similar to what like Faye's tweet said earlier, to where it's like it feels like people are just like left her for like bigger content creators. Maybe that's the truth for her. I don't know the full situation, right? There's like all like personal grievances we're all talking about, but yeah, if you are reaching out constantly with no responses, it's probably not a friendship worth pursuing. I'm just going to say that. I like what DM people sometimes, and I like for me, I put like a 3 message like cap on it, to where it's like if I'm still not getting responses, chances are I'm probably not going to be considered somebody they consider as a friend anytime soon. So why bother, right? Why bother continuing it? It's fine to be acquaintances, but probably not the friendship level, you know? And another thing, is that some are in this space just to make friends. If you're one of those people, keep in mind what I was saying earlier, right? Some are just locked in with their content and their community, all right? It's probably not even like a personal thing against you or whatever. I wouldn't judge those people too harshly, okay? They're just locked in on the community, they're locked in on their content. And yeah, I've talked to plenty of people like that, so it's like, yeah, I don't judge too harshly. Friendship doesn't happen overnight. And you gotta keep in mind, do you support them? Do you lurk their streams? You comment on their posts? And afterwards, does it feel like they're reciprocating in any way? If not, it's probably just an acquaintance, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, all right? Don't take acquaintances as like this negative thing, okay? Acquaintances are good to have, okay, man? They're nice, they're chill. They don't have to be your friend. An acquaintance sometimes is good enough, all right? That's what I think, personally. Anyways. Personally, I've always lowered my expectations when it comes to interactions because I always try to be charitable, okay? I've always tried to be charitable. Hell, this girl I like would not, like, IRL shit, right? This girl I liked would not reply for days, and I would still be patient on, like, a response. And shit, at some point, we got with each other. It was cool. Shit. I'm a very patient person, all right? And I'm a very patient person. I'm just going to say, I think I am a very patient person with this shit. All right, that's not me gloating. It is like, maybe there's like a bad thing too with me just like being overly patient, but that's just how it feels. All right, that's just how it's been with me like all the time. I just don't take that shit too personally, or I don't like sleep over it, or try not to lose sleep over it. I mean, fuck. But yeah, what else? Oh yeah. I've never expected to be someone's priority and still don't. I always felt that emotionally, it's unhealthy standard to put on somebody else because at that point, I just felt like a burden, or I would feel like a burden because at that point, just like, is that really much of a friendship as it is just you wanting attention? Or, you know, all these little things that you like always like think about, or I always think about as well, is like, am I actually lonely or am I just like overthinking things just at the moment, right? It's a lot of emotions, right? It's a lot of emotions. And again, I try, for me, it's like momentarily, those things like eventually pass. I don't overly think about this shit. And when I do, I just like, I reflect on it and I just reflect that, yeah, just at the moment. And just to let you guys know, I feel like I'm in a good place right now, friendship wise. I know some good dudes I feel like I could talk to, trust. I got IRL friends as well that, well, keep me sane, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm doing personally fine. I hang out with friends IRL bi-weekly, and occasionally I join like Discord calls. I'm not doing too bad. It's just like those moments of like momentary feelings I have. If there's any advice, I'll just pretty much tell you what I just said right now. It's like, just take a moment to reflect whether you actually are lonely or you're just feeling that way at the moment. Second, I would definitely recommend checking out VoopChat. It's a video chat site, and exclusively for VTubers. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. You could probably meet someone there. And yeah, it's kind of ironic, right? There is a shit ton of us VTubers, yet still it's hard to form friendships, right? Like how there's like a shit ton of people around the world, and it's still hard to find a fucking girlfriend. You know? You know? But yeah. Anyways, let's go and wrap up this video. If you have any like thoughts or comments, please feel free to let those down below, you know. If you like my commentary, feel free to like, subscribe, and join the Discord below as well. I just wanted to get this out there because, well, the discussion was there, and I feel like it was needed to be needed, or needed to be had. My bad with my wording. Fuck. But yeah, um, it's a thing. It's a thing we all feel at some point. But yeah, we gotta. At the same time, we gotta like reflect on it. Take a moment to reflect, and hell, sometimes reach out. Reach out when you feel like you are feeling lonely. You know, reach out to others. Means, hey, just a hello in the DM sometimes could do a lot for somebody else. I'm saying that my dad's told me that to do that in the past is like that at any point, just randomly, just send somebody you know a random hi or a hello. That could do wonders for somebody else. You know, because it kind of lets that person know that, hey, I'm thinking about this person. You know. So yeah. Anyways, all right. Now I'm actually going to wrap up the video. Thank you, dudes, for coming to my car talk, I guess you could say, or real talk. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. I'm terrible about wrapping up videos. Anyways, bye. Feel good about yourself. All right, feel good about yourself.